In central Illinois, a bald eagle is learning how to fly again.
He wasn't flying when we first put him in here. The perches, they aren't perches that just swing. They go every which way. So when they get on them, they're using a lot of muscles and a lot of balance. So everything in here is like a gym for them to build up muscle.
The Illinois Raptor Center rehabilitates raptors, or birds of prey, like these juvenile red-tailed hawks.
So we don't spend a lot of time in here. I mean, that's the point of this, is that we want these guys to be wild. So once they, pass the physicals or gone through whatever vet work they need to go through, and when they're here for rehab and they get put in the flight, we don't really mess with them. We'll check on them, but the idea is that we want them to be panicked when we walk in. We don't want them to be tamed. That would be against everything that we're trying to do here.
The nonprofit is currently caring for 75 orphaned, injured, or sick birds of prey brought to its wildlife hospital.
So yeah, he was just found kind of standing in a yard, not moving, real lethargic, to the point where they could just pick him up and put him in a box.
Program Director Jacques NUZZO is giving this young great horned owl a physical exam.
So the first thing we're doing is we're feeling the keel on this bird. This is pretty thin. So this is an emaciated bird, so it's starving.
This, to me, looks like a little male. We can kind of tell by their feet how big the males are always smaller than the females. So when they come in, you kind of look at the feet. These are kind of small feet.
The center is located about 180 miles southwest of Chicago, in Decatur, Illinois, along the Sangamon River. This native vegetation was planted by the Illinois Raptor Center and covers much of the nonprofit's 25 acres. It also plays a big role in attracting birds of prey to the area.
Well, they bring insects, and insects bring birds, and birds bring other birds.
Don't get the wrong idea. U.S. law forbids keeping birds of prey as pets. Special exceptions are made for falconry and rehabilitative efforts like the Illinois Raptor Center. The center also maintains federal wildlife permits to train animals for educational purposes. What are some of the easiest and what are some of the hardest species of birds to train?
Well, training-wise, if we're talking about doing training for programs, hawks are pretty easy, falcons are pretty easy, owls are hard, eagles just require time and patience. They all take patience. But it also depends on the bird's individual personality. So it's the first eagle I ever trained. You can just stay in the doorway and you can... Yeah, see, so that's not a happy look.
The golden eagle is one of the largest birds of prey in North America. While Phoenix only has one wing, she's one tough bird.
This is like the one bird that nobody plays around with. In the history of this bird, only 8 people have handled her. 4 of them said they'll never work with her again. No, I mean, she's an extremely powerful bird.
NUZZO joined the Illinois Raptor Center in 1991. He's the only full-time employee and says they rely on 18 or so volunteers and public donations for funding.
There's just something about that predatory nature of them. And it's just kind of amazing how powerful some of these creatures are.
For Chicago Tonight, I'm Evan Garcia.